All right, I guess we are live here with our episode number 2 of C Chat here in Charlottesville, Virginia. I am Nathan Wickline, ABC Supply and Station C, and this is to my left, Eleanor.
Hi, I'm Eleanor Von Aken. I'm the general manager here at Dairy Market, where we're sitting in Star Hills Lounge, and a member of Station C, longtime friend of Nathan's. Super glad that we got to do this again.
Sarah?
I'm Sarah. I'm with Station C and the Juice Laundry.
So this is our first live broadcast podcast. We're excited. Bear with us. I start doing my hands like this or something weird happening. But no, we're excited to be doing this. It's been, I think episode 1 was a pretty big success. It was successful enough that they brought us back to do episode number 2. So what we're trying to do here is just kind of connect with local business folks and see what they're doing, how they interact with the community, how they make our community better, and just ways that we can help each other grow in a personal and a business way. And so this week we are lucky enough to have a couple of guests with a very cool, drum roll please, a very cool company called Powur Solar. Rick Tamberrino and John Snipes are from Powur. They are, I believe, one of the fastest growing solar companies in America. So we're glad to have you guys, and I'm going to let you guys introduce yourself.
Welcome to the lounge.
Yeah, the lounge. Now, also, you know what? I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you to Star Hill here at the Dairy Market for hosting us. Come on down here and get you a Wahoo beer, which is a very good beer. All their beer is good. What's the Love? Is it the Love? The Love is very
Valentine's is coming.
That's right. So, yeah, absolutely. Speaking of Valentine's Day, we'll let you talk a little bit about what you're doing here also in a little bit. But back to Rick and John from Powur. Take it away, boys.
Thank you for having us. Really appreciate it. I've never been on a podcast. This is exciting. So I work for Powur. I'm an independent consultant. I actually am Snipes Solar too, but I use Powur as my platform, which we'll get into. It's real exciting, the opportunities for businesses and such. So, but thank you for having me.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm Rick Tamberrino. Been in Charlottesville for about 30 years. And in that 30 years, Nathan and I never crossed paths. I guess we can talk about that, which is really crazy. And John's really the Powur guy. I'm just like the connector, so I'm a Station C guy too. And we can talk about this, but I just saw a great opportunity to put some people together, and that's kind of my vibe. So.
Yeah, Rick is kind of a de facto mayor of Charlottesville.
He knows everybody.
Knows everybody.
I've been voted out many times.
And the power of the networking group, the power of Station C, it's been a great thing since I joined and got involved with it. I think everybody can say the same thing. Rick and I had been so close to each other for so many years, knew a lot of the same folks. And then one day we went to coffee after the networking meeting and said, man, what's going on? I said, this solar thing is going to be big. And big secret, ABC is going to be a new supplier. And I think we're going to change the game with that. So I was like, you should look into this. And Rick's like, let me see if I can make some connections for you. Next thing I know, we've got Zoom meetings with CFOs over in Ireland, and we're working on a big national deal with Powur. We're excited about that at ABC. And we've got a big event tomorrow coming up that you guys are going to be at. You're going to be at as well. ABC is a success up at Top Golf in Richmond. We're going to bring a lot of different contractors and folks in and have vendors. It's going to be a big show. We do it every year, but we're excited to have you guys at that as well. But it was just like, next thing I know, Rick's like, yeah, I've got a group, man. Let's talk about it. So,
Power of networking.
Right, the power of networking. Powur, speaking of Powur. So Powur Solar.
Yep.
That's you guys. John, how long have you been with Powur?
About 16 months. 16
months.
Yep.
How long have you been in solar?
16 months.
Okay, all right.
I had a 19-year background from a big box.
Okay.
And this gave me the freedom to live my life and be with my family, my 4 beautiful kids, my lovely wife. So I didn't have that opportunity before. So Powur gave me that opportunity.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about Powur.
So Powur, it is where you're saying it was the fastest growing. We're actually the 43rd fastest growing private company in America.
Overall.
Oh, not
okay.
just solar. That's in the 5,000 or whatever private companies. So we are the 43rd. We should be a lot higher. But yeah, we're happy to have ABC on. That's amazing. But Powur is it's a platform that gives you the opportunity for any business to join on and have opportunities with the platform that they never thought would be possible to actually, what any company can actually, they can bring solar onto their company, or they can refer and still make very good passive and income. And but it's just, it makes your entrepreneur spirit just blow up.
Right.
Like so many different opportunities for businesses, like ABC.
Right.
ABC has so many different partners that it's going to benefit.
You always say we're the biggest company no one's ever heard of. Or else they think that we're selling Pappy Van Winkle bourbon. We get a lot of calls for that. You have this? Yeah, no, we're excited to partner up. Sorry, let me get close to the mic. We're excited for the partnership with Powur. And I think that part of the thing that makes it so exciting for us is the fact that we're going to be able to partner you guys up with a lot of roofers and a lot of guys that want to get involved in this, that are saying, hey man, I've got this opportunity here. We're already on the roof.
Yep.
How do we make some more cash with that?
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I think it's going to be, and I think it's bearing out that everyone thinks this is going to be a pretty exciting partnership. And we
Yeah.
are so ready to get started and introduce you to some guys tomorrow as well. But how would that work? Let's say I'm Joe Blow roofer and I want to get involved in solar. What do I do? How are you going to help me?
It's pretty easy. We have a conversation. There's two different ways. I mean, we have an enterprise where the whole company can actually join the platform. So they can either be referrals and make half the profit or half the income, or we can actually train their employees who sell it themselves.
Yeah.
And then the whole income becomes under the enterprise
Okay.
or the business. So Joe Blow or Joe Smo, which whenever you said,
Right.
they will actually, they can choose to actually completely add solar. And our proposals are all online. They're all virtual. So you don't get a big stack of papers that, if you've ever had a solar quote that has a big stack of papers and it's supposed to confuse you.
Right.
We're all the most transparent, best prices, best 30-year warranty. So roofing and solar kind of just go hand in hand. I mean,
Right.
you put a new roof on there, and then let's eliminate your electric bill or set your payment, and it never raises.
Yeah.
So
Now you've used the word platform a couple times. What does that mean?
Powur is the only 100% virtual online platform.
Okay.
It has no overhead. We don't have, all of us are 1099 employees, all the way from the top, all the way to the bottom. There's about 200 W-2 employees that do the nitty gritty stuff, and we kind of run our own business. But we also build teams and we train our teams, just like Joe Smo would be.
That's the hustler of the two.
That's
Joe
the
Blow.
hustler.
Joe Blow doesn't do as much.
Joe Smo.
Yeah.
They would actually be part of our team, and it would be in our best interest to have them succeed.
Yeah.
And I want everybody to succeed, anybody, but because I really truly believe in solar and I believe in Powur, I think it's an amazing company. They give you stock options. They give you so much more than other solar companies. I left an amazing career, but this gives me the freedom to do what I want, and really my ceiling of what I can make and the potential of my family and everything else goes to my floor. So, and when you're in a W-2 relationship, that ceiling is always there. So it gave me that advantage to how many ever you can get solar.
What would be like some of the first things you'd tell people that maybe just weren't really knowledgeable about solar? They weren't really sure like what they wanted to do, if they really wanted to do it, and just hadn't really ever like looked into it before.
Yeah. So first thing I would tell them is, all I need is your electric bill, and I'll make you a free proposal, and I'll educate you on everything. That's in Virginia. I mean, there's really only about 1% or less that are solar, and by 2035 they want it to be 40. So
Wow.
Nobody really knows about solar. I mean, in 3 years ago, you look around and you're like, oh, that weirdo has solar. Now you go down a road and there's 1, 2, 3 houses that have solar, and you're like, oh, well, maybe I should check into that. That's the stage we're at right now.
Right.
So we're at the very early stages of solar in general. So it's education. And with Powur, with the transparency of it, we don't have to sell and push people and everything like that. I mean, it's a no-brainer, but it is still a big decision, and they will make the decision that's best for them.
So John, talk about that, because what that sales motion looks, from like a seller's perspective, right? Because I think a lot of people, like when you and I first got introduced, I think a lot of people have that perception of like, oh my gosh, the guy's going to come to my house and this is going to happen, whatever. But it's a lot easier than that, right? I mean, you've shown it to me, like, let's do this. Send us this first blush information. We're going to run through some stuff. Maybe it makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. 5 minutes investment, that type of thing. Talk about it a little bit if you don't
Well,
mind.
we have somebody over there that's been through one of our proposals, so she can tell you we don't push. I educate. I don't, because that's the biggest thing is people need to know what they're getting into, and what the steps are, how it works. I keep thinking of when you said like putting your hands up there. Validate. I'm not.
It's live. It's live.
So it gives us the opportunity. We work with you with the loans, different loans. We don't just put one loan in front of your face and here's your loan, here's your price, everybody's different, every situation's different, and we can help different people in different ways. I mean, and that's what we want. We want to help people with the raising electricity costs that's raising on average 16% now throughout the whole U.S.
Do you have a question, sir?
Oh yeah. Well, I can tell you, it's, as someone who's seen one of these proposals, it's pretty phenomenal. But also a little bit frightening when you sit down and John tells you how much you're going to spend on electricity for the rest of your life, and you see that total number and you're like, oh my God. But it's 100% true. I mean, we built a house with the expectation that we would eventually convert to solar, and seeing that number is really affirmative. Okay, that's the direction we need to work towards. And, man, I gotta tell you, when you spend as much in your lifetime on electricity as you do on a house, it's pretty crazy. That cost of solar all of a sudden becomes so much more valuable. It's pretty wild.
Do you want to see how much you spend on dogs? that may be a different number
Is it
altogether.
equal?
It might be equal. Yeah. Do you have a question?
Well, I was thinking, it's not, but like, what are the other benefits though, right? Like, I'm saving money, right? I'm not spending, hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars in my to begin with.
Well, and there's different ways. Everybody has different reasons why they do stuff. It's not all about money. You're also offsetting an insane amount of CO2 because every year electric companies burn oil, burn coal, and right now I'm getting like all the slurs and stuff online. But
That's right.
I mean, it's true. I mean, I don't get into the whole politics, global warming, but air quality is a big thing, and it's equivalent. It puts it right on there. How much CO2 you're offsetting every single year, because they're not burning the fossil fuels, and they're not using a non-renewable resource. I mean, and then also it tells you that's equivalent to how many trees plants. So without planting those trees, you're literally doing the same thing. So, and not to mention it adds value to your home. A lot of people don't think it because they're so ugly, I don't want to put them on the front of my house, but it's not uncommon now because you're adding value to your home as soon as you sign the contract. So the other benefit is you get 30% tax credit off the total system, which Tesla is the same price usually around there, and you get $7,500. So everybody is going for it, where it's federal, state, Virginia, you get credits that it just gives you free money pretty much, rewarding you for going green energy. So there's so many pluses that people, I think, a lot of clients and people think, they try to figure out ways not to do it. Like it's too good to be true. Well, they're trying to make it too good to be true because we want a cleaner world. We want to get away from these expensive fuels that we're importing from everywhere.
So say I'm Joe Schmo, I'm the hustler. Say I'm Joe Schmo and I want to get involved with Powur, or say I'm Eleanor or Sarah and I just want to do this as a side hustle, because everybody's got a side hustle in 2023, right? How do I go about doing that?
It's very cheap, actually, because when you think about starting a new business or being a CEO of your business, what do you think about the startup? Like just this in general. I mean, you're talking about $100 one-time sign up, and then you're talking about $85 a month for the potential to change your life financially, the freedom of your family. Nobody tells you which way to go. I mean, you can still be in real estate. It is the epitome of a side hustle. Ask Rick. I mean, Rick is the networking king of the whole world. Like you said, Charlottesville. This guy knows people in Hawaii, Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah.
He has friends everywhere. So,
Ricky Tamberrino, come on.
do you know Rick? Does anybody not know Rick Tamberrino?
There's an old joke
is
about that, about
anybody?
like the standing next to the Pope or whatever. Like, who's that guy next to Rick? Yeah, but anyway, it's like one of the 3 jokes that my dad used to know.
So it's pretty simple. It's an easy process.
It's very simple. And the great thing is you have 7,500 1099 employees that are willing to help you.
Wow.
You have multimillionaires in the platform that you don't usually get to. I would never know any of these people. I mean, they're on a different level, but it's an attainable for yourself if you put the work in, and that's hard to find anywhere.
I know we're coming up against it, but one question that I would love to hear what your experience is. What's the biggest misconception that folks have? Like when they sit down for a solar and they've got, I'm going to do this or that. What's the one thing you're always like, not so much?
Yeah, I mean, I think they think their payments automatically going to be lower than their electric bill. And I mean, that's not really fair when electricity in New Jersey raised about 40% in a month. So it's going to, the other misconception is it's a political thing. It's not a political thing anymore. The governor of Florida is pro-solar, and the governor of California is getting rid of net metering or going along with that. So it's not a political thing anymore. It is really a necessity, or it's a way to reverse the things we've done, but also, but it's also an option. You don't have to
Just
do
a
it.
common solution at this
Yeah,
point, right?
exactly.
I mean, dollars and cents, you pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it boils down to. It's just good business, right?
I mean, you're setting your payment, and you can not have your electric bill and have a system that adds value to your home and gives you 30% off and pays you up to 10 years.
Right.
And gives you all these benefits, or you can keep renting your electricity and not making your own.
It's the old real estate argument, rent versus own.
Yeah. Right.
So you're
It's
basically
exactly
you're
the thing.
renting your electricity. That's a bill that's never going to go away, or you can
Yeah.
own it. There is a
Exactly.
finite limit to how much you're going to pay for that. Yeah, it's just like I said, it's just good business.
Make your own
sense at this
energy.
point.
There was a meme I put on, and somebody was calling a monkey stupid, and he was like, and I put it on Facebook, and he said, the monkey was like, well, your sun hits your roof and you're paying for electricity. So it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that's kind of how it is. I mean, you can make your own energy, you can pay somebody else to make it for you.
Any other questions from you?
No, I mean, you talked a little bit about why you liked making this career shift, and is some of that like feeling good about doing good in the world?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I love helping people. Yeah, environmentally. I mean, like I said, I have 4 kids, 15 months up to 13, and looking at the world in their eyes and the futures, I say so many times we're looking right now instead, pretty much all of us, instead of looking at the future, instead of looking what kind of life our kids are going to have and our friends' kids are going to have. And if we can help that, wouldn't you? Like if you were 20 years in the future, wouldn't you look back and be like, if I could have done something differently, wouldn't I have? So I think we need to look at beyond ourselves, which is very hard for us just as humans in general, and just look beyond that and do the right thing, but also benefit ourselves. I mean, it's hard to get both, but this you can.
Yeah.
So we're all getting solar after this?
Absolutely. Reach out to one of these. Reach out to John, or reach out to me, and I'll put you in touch with John.
Yeah.
I know that Powur is going to be partnered up with a bunch of our different roofers. So it's going to be. I mean, it's going to change. This is going to change the industry. This is an industry that is ripe for disruption. It's going to make it easier on the homeowners. It's going to make it better for the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're excited. So
Do you want to talk about the Powur Station C at all? Do you want to set it by?
the Powur Station. I mean, I think we've seen the Powur Station C. If it wasn't for Station C and the networking group, we're not having this conversation right now.
I mean, seriously, it's really interesting. So most people in Charlottesville and around, they know me as like software, securities, compliance, that person, right?
Right.
And you and I literally have like flown side by side in one way, shape, fashion, or form for a long time, have similar backgrounds. Both of us were in the Marine Corps. Both of us literally like lived, gosh, like maybe a mile as the crow flies away from each other for that whole window of time, and never saw each other until Station C.
Yeah.
Which is just amazing.
Yeah, I think as with each week and each meeting and as each group grows, I mean, the connections we make just kind of, that web gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's to the point now where people are like, oh, what's Station C? I've heard of Station C. It's great. I mean, it's afforded a lot of opportunities. It's helped with my business at ABC. I've been able to help different guys that I work with, and like I said, I mean, it's crazy that a little tiny networking group in Charlottesville that's growing, but spawned a national agreement between two monster companies from a coffee. So yeah, if you haven't joined Station C, get in touch with Sarah, get in touch with myself. Chase down Illinois through Dairy Market.
I'm always running up and
She'll
down.
point you in the right direction because we'd love to have it because we just keep growing our groups, and you will benefit from it.
Yeah.
You will get something from it, and that almost in spite of yourself. It's just that there's such great people in the groups. So yeah, Station C is powerful.
Nice.
With a U.
Nice
That's the
work.
magic. That's the magic that happens. Yeah, so great. Come on down and join us. We'd love to have you. We got groups that are going Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays now, right?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We started this thing a year ago, about a year ago, and it's 4 groups. Looking to start a 5th group now, so it's fun. It's fun and exciting, and it's a great way to go and meet some folks. So,
Now, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's time now. No, so are all the groups the same? Are they different?
No, you know what? So we started this thing out kind of building real estate centric. And the original group is still that way, I would say. But the other groups, they kind of grow organically. And like our Wednesday group is a little more holistic. And, there's some trauma therapists and there's all kinds of different folks. We've had Reiki folks. And it just kind of varies. So it's if you're in Charlottesville and you want to grow your network professionally and personally, you can't beat it because we kind of get together. Each group meets once a week.
Yep.
And then every month we have a monthly event that we get together. Last month we went bowling.
Oh, that's
And we took everybody out bowling, and it was great. We had about 50 people there. We had a Christmas party that
Amazing Christmas party.
down at the Common House.
Sarah and I both learned that we were Bon Air kids, right? It was a big deal.
Big deal.
It's not a small thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so homies from back in the day.
No, we were not. We did not overlap. I'm just
A little bit, come on.
Oh my
What are
God.
you, about 34 in the ring?
Yeah, that's what I am.
Yeah. But no, so it's good. It's good times. So and it's everybody gets together and we just enjoy each other's company. And so if you, like I said, if you're looking to grow your network, find us. We're not transactional like a lot of different.
That's a really
groups.
good point.
Yeah, it's not just meet and hand out business cards.
Yeah.
We kind of get together. I think genuine friendships are made. And that means a lot because you're going to know these folks now for the rest of your life. And these folks are going to be part of your circle. And you never know whether you're going to get a national agreement for your company out of these friendships. Or maybe a free cup of coffee from Eleanor if you come down to Dairy Market because she's general manager. Or a juice laundry. Or Sarah also has, we joked about her dogs, House of Gino. House of Gino is her 501c nonprofit. You can find them on Instagram. But what do you have, 15 dogs that you? 16 dogs she takes
Hard
in.
to say,
Elderly and infirm dogs, I guess. And it's the best person I know.
I mean, besides me.
Right, yeah. But she takes in these dogs, and her husband, and they have done a great thing. And so if you go to House of Gino, go to their Instagram account, they've actually made these great little Valentine's Day cards with all these dogs.
Oh,
And
no
these
way.
are some crazy looking dogs. So it's not, these aren't beautiful labs and Goldens.
Yeah.
They're beautiful in their own way.
Yeah.
But you can
It's
go
the
there.
inside that counts.
That's right. And so they're doing a nonprofit thing where you can.
There's some stuff going on the inside too. Little sketches. Yeah, and she's married to a Viking. With not
Oh yeah, he's gigantic.
I know.
Semi-pro bowler, comedian, baseball pitcher. I mean, come on. Every guy wants to be
Can
him.
sail
Everyone
a ship
wants him.
across the
That
ocean.
easily does the best Ric Flair imitation I've ever seen.
Really?
Well, second to you. But yeah.
I like the Nate.
So we have a wrap-up question, right?
Oh,
Here we go. So she's keeping us on task. Yes.
Right, I am. I'm trying to keep you on task.
We're just chatting away.
So since we're talking about solar power, we figured we would ask everybody today, if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Oh,
You go
boy.
first, Sarah.
I gotta go first.
Yep.
If we could have one, or if we do have one.
If you could have, well, I mean, I think you could do it both ways.
Okay, if I could have one, and I am working on it actually, I would save all of the animals. And I'm working on it. So
You are working
watch out.
You get a cape with that?
Yeah, some kind of cape.
Okay.
Yep. And hopefully something real good to clean the floors.
Yeah. Especially on a day like today, right?
Yes.
All right. My superpower, I'm just going to go straight Marvel, DC, 10-year-old boy. I would fly.
Yeah.
That would be my superpower. You know, heck with everybody else. I just want to fly. So I want to, yeah, let's work on that.
I think I would want the superpower to like split in two. Like, I don't know if the world could handle more than one of me, but like, I really want to be able to be in two places at once and get everything done.
All right.
Son Eleanor and business Eleanor.
Yeah, something like that.
I honestly think I would. I'd have like healing properties to heal the sick, and
Look at these guys.
honestly,
Crap.
but they had to deserve it. Was that yours?
No, but like, what do I do after that?
Yeah, that is pretty bad. Okay, I want
I
super
just want to get all my
strength.
tasks done if it makes you feel like
I want to be super strong and throw rocks and stuff. Now you can go with it.
No, now
Was that yours?
now
too?
mine,
I just
now
did
mine
it.
just sounds creepy. I mean, there's like
Creepy
there's always like the, you know, would you fly or be invisible? Again, I think invisible sounds kind of creepy. But I mean,
That's cool.
It does. There's a lot of psychological things. that
yeah,
go with that.
there's a lot to unpack. There's a couch waiting for me somewhere. Yeah, then you can find anywhere you want to. If you're invisible, you're just like, ooh, I'm on
You
this.
wouldn't even have to put clothes on. Just go.
Oh, see, you made
Right
it
out.
worse.
I had to make it creepy. You go right out the window and just.
That's it.
Yeah, you made it creepier.
Yeah. Nobody know. I mean.
well, this was great, guys.
There you go. Rick's
great.
superpower is
We're
to make
gonna
things off.
Cut you guys off.
That's right. Well, that's episode 2.
Episode 2,
That
right?
was awesome.
We
Thank
will
you.
be back next week, same time, same
Place.
place. Thanks
New
once
guest.
again to Star Hill.
Yeah, thank you, Star Hill,
that
so
was
much. Star Hill downtown.
Yeah, come on downtown. get
Thanks to our
yourself a
production
love
crew. You
beer.
guys don't know there's like 37 people that makes this come together.
Yeah.
So
Wow,
City's back
there's
there.
a big team.
to the grip, to the people who gave us like the food. There's a nice spread. It was beautiful. It was
Yeah. Makeup and hair, craft services, all the guys.
Craft
All our
services.
sponsors who help us with all these beautiful mics and everything.
74
So
My own
professional.
personal
74
grip.
people
I don't know
behind
what
the
grip
They're
is.
not going to believe the makeup, man.
Yeah, but
All right, so next week, let's get it. If we don't, Rick will have us going all day.
I know.
We're getting out of here. We'll see you next week.
y'all.
Thanks for checking us out.
Thank you.